Today I'm going to be showing you how to make raspberry sorbet pie with chocolate cookie crust. The great thing about this dessert is, what isn't great about this dessert? And you're not gonna believe how easy it is. All right, so you start with 2 little containers of raspberry sorbet. You want these to soften for about 30 minutes or so on the counter, but if you go to the grocery store and you come home and you're ready to make this pie right away, most likely it's soft enough by the time you get home to go ahead and get started. The next step is we wanna start working on our crust. All right, so we take 24 sandwich cookies. Now we all know the classic Oreos, those are great, but if you need to go gluten-free, thankfully there are gluten-free versions out there. You just have to look in the gluten-free section of your grocery store. Those in our food processor. Alternatively, if you don't have a food processor, or if you don't want to use one, you can also use a plastic storage bag just like this. Put those sandwich cookies in here, close it almost entirely, but you want to leave a little bit of room for air. Otherwise, you could totally explode your bag when you start pounding away to smash those cookies. Next, we're going to take 3 tablespoons of non-dairy butter and stick it in the microwave along with 1 tablespoon of either almond butter or cashew butter. While we're waiting for our butters to melt, let's head over to our food processor. We want this mostly ground up. It doesn't need to be completely sand-like. There's still little bits of chocolate cookie chunks in there. That's okay. All right, looking pretty good. Now that our butters are melted, we will add those as well. All right, that looks great. Next, we take our pie pan. This is going straight in. Now it's time to get our hands dirty. Just squish this up along the sides. Oh, it smells so good. That looks pretty good. You just want it in there pretty firmly. That looks great. Now we can jump right into this. There's no need to bake the crust. There's no other prep needed. We just start filling it right away with our softened sorbet. Now this is what you want to make sure you're able to do before you go any further. As long as you can stir it just like this, that means that it's soft enough for the pie crust. So go straight into the center just like this. So very gently start pushing it out towards the sides. The last thing you want to do is lift up any of that crust. Now we do need to let this chill for about 3 hours before we do our final step. So let's stick this into our freezer. While you're waiting for your pie to chill, now would be a great time to start on the last thing, which is the topping, our coconut whipped cream. I like to chill a bowl ahead of time. You also need 2 cans of chilled coconut milk. So this is the type of coconut milk that you would find in the baking aisle. So we chill this usually overnight, at least 8 hours. And what happens is the cream separates from the liquid part. All you want is this thick cream part that will be sitting right on top. You want to be really careful not to get too much of that liquid that's in the bottom, otherwise it could affect the texture of your whipped cream. I did already do a video on how to make coconut whipped cream, so if you want more detailed information on how to do it, you can refer to that. All right, before adding anything else, we're going to give this a good whip. So you just need to whip this for about 30 seconds or until most of the clumps are nice and smooth. Okay, and next we add our powdered sugar. 2/3 cup plus 2 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix it up again. Whip this up for about a minute or so on high. Scrape down the sides, get all that powdered sugar, and then give it another good whip. That looks amazing. It hasn't been quite 3 hours yet, but thankfully, I thought ahead and I have 1 pie that's been chilling overnight and is ready to go. Ta-da! So pretty. And one of our last steps is adding that coconut whipped cream right to the top. Right down into the center. Spread it out towards the edges, just like this. So you can have about 1 inch of raspberry sorbet showing all the way around. And it is actually good enough to serve just like this, but I like to finish it off with some mini chocolate chips, because mini chocolate chips are always a good idea, right? Now all there is left to do is eat it. Look at that. So pretty, right? And then if you really want to make it super special for your friends and family, you can garnish the plate with just a few more mini chocolate chips. All right. Oh boy. so good. As always, you can find this recipe on audreydunham.com. You'll get the full step-by-step on exactly how to make this easy but delicious raspberry sorbet pie with chocolate cookie crust. For more recipe videos, tips and tricks and health advice, please click right here. And if you haven't done so already, please click right here to subscribe. And if you'd like to get instant notifications anytime I post a new video, be sure to click that bell. Why isn't it working? What did my kids press? All right, then. Let's do that again, shall we?